power generation like 100 megawatt solar power plant, or you have individual houses, micro generation, each one generating several kilos and just feed into the network. Which one is better from the grid perspective?
I think from the grid perspective, if you distribute the solar generation, it's better because it's just easier. It's distributed, it is consumed at the location where it's produced. On the other side, you find people in Germany who want to pay for it. So there's no investment to be done by the government except of the subsidy. On the other side, if you want, you also must have the structure, the infrastructure. You must have the houses which are capable of accepting this kind of solar. If you have towers like here, you have only a very small area where you can do some solar stuff. So therefore you have always to think about where you want to put this.
So currently, because I've heard about Germany, in that case, in Germany, as you rightly mentioned, the government is having difficulties with the subsidy, as feeding died. And they wanted to get step up out of it somehow. How about reducing subsidies in steps rather than completely slashing?
You know, this is policy. They have reduced the subsidy over a certain time in small steps, like 3%, 5%. Last year, because of some political issues, they reduced it by 75%, which then, in the end, as a consequence, brought a lot of companies to bankruptcy because there was just no business anymore. So there's a discussion about if this was right or if this was wrong. From a technical point of view, it can continue. Even from a subsidy point of view, it can continue. I think it was a really political issue.
Indeed, and there was recently a discussion between China and Europe regarding the sales of the solar panels.
Yes.
Because China selling less cheaper compared to Europe. But our concern as utilizers, I mean, we wonder about the quality, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm going to put a panel that's supposed to be for 25 years. And if it fails within 5 years, I have to replace it. I cannot repair it like repairing any other things.
You have two issues with the panel quality. One thing is that you invest quite some money in the panel, and if you have a high quality panel, it lasts not only 25 years, it should last 30, it should go up to 40. This is one thing. If it breaks after 5 years, then we have done something wrong. The second thing is you may not realize that it's broken. It's not working fine. Because it is one in a string. But because a solar module is a current source, this means influence all other solar modules in the same string. So all of them go down to the same low quality. This also needs to have some monitoring facility, find out that this is a problem. So I would go for, but I'm German, sorry. I would go for higher quality modules.
True, but for example, if I want to buy a tire and go to the market nowadays, because there are some tires that we processed, something like this, recycled. So if I go to buy a tire, there are certain signs I can see it immediately. I say, this is real tire, or this is not a good tire. Is there any chance with regard to solar like that? The panel, just by seeing it?
There are some testing, you know, flasher. So you have a kind of a table like this, and it creates kind of a flash. And there's a test equipment which checks the current pulse output.
Yeah.
And you can then also locate if it is distributed correctly over the area. Yes, you can do something. The question is you cannot make a test on each module you want. Because this is too expensive.
Because you are too crazy.
So what is the idea about the maintenance cost for the solar plants? And comparing to the capital cost, what are the challenges you faced as you are recently in the market?
The maintenance cost, from what I see, is you don't have any moving parts. So inverters. Inverters work for a long time. Problem you face is in this area you have the dust left. You have sand. You have to clean it. In Europe it is not an issue. You have rain, and the rain cleans every once a week at least. Here not. This means the maintenance costs are really mainly to keep the module today. My feeling is it is easier for PV than for heat. Because heat also you have to track. You have to track the sun to be high efficiently. PV you just lay them down. You can track them, increase the efficiency, but you don't need too much.
Anyway, we keep the chance to the audience, to the colleges. Any discussion from your side, because it keeps three of us talking. We need you guys to help us. Any discussion you wish to add? We got a grid